Hi guys, welcome to the next episode of Football Monks. Today we are going to preview the first big game, the first big clash, the first top of the table clash for this season, Chelsea versus Liverpool. So Dikshit here we have with us who is a Chelsea fan and Parth is a Liverpool fan here. So I hope you guys stay friends after this game as well. So yes, so Dikshit, what as a Chelsea fan, what are your takeaways from the first game, and what do you think was the best and the weak points that you saw from this Chelsea team?
Talking about the Brighton game, I think Chelsea was not at its usual best, and we all expected that, right? With new signings coming in, gelling up, taking time to play, fluently. It was going to take time, but against a team like Brighton to struggle like that was a surprise. Uh, I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek was the culprit there, playing more than an hour or so and not gelling up really well. But Werner was really impressive. Havertz playing on the right side, unlike his usual number 10, was difficult for him, and receiving ball at the wrong end didn't help him either. But had a decent debut. Overall, Chelsea winning 3-1. When we see a team winning 3-1, we say yes, a good score in the EPL side. But when you look at the whole game, that was not. It doesn't represent the fact what happened there. Brighton was really dominating the game. But yes, 3 points. We are happy. Good without likes of Pulisic, Chilwell out injured, Thiago Silva with lack of training. It was good. 3 points in the opener was good. But against Liverpool, if we play like that, I think Liverpool will maul us. But let's see.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I agree with a lot of your points there. I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek now has a limited number of chances left. I think under Lampard, and first of all, he needs to stay fit as well. And I think Chelsea will have the work cut out against Liverpool. So Parth, what are your thoughts for Liverpool after that blockbuster first game that you guys had against one of the big sides coming back into the Premier League, a big manager Bielsa. He's a well-renowned coach. So what are your thoughts from that game?
No, we could clearly see, the impact of a manager like Marcelo Bielsa, the impact that he had on Leeds. And, Leeds being a team that has come into the Premier League has pressed like hell for the first game. They have played massive game against Liverpool. And I don't think even the more established sides would have played like Leeds have played. There's no taking away that Liverpool lapsed at lots of points in time defensively, but I think those are the mistakes. As a fan and as a manager, also Klopp would be happy that it is happening in the first game, or at least the first games of the season, and especially if you are getting 3 points even after those mistakes.
Yeah.
So I remember Allison doing that cute chip last season or last to last season and giving away a very cheap goal against Leicester. And then you get a lot of discipline into the team. People start taking responsibility. So I'm happy. Uh, I'm happy that Liverpool have made mistakes defensively, but I'm also worried if we have an injury at the beginning of the season. There's no real option at the back.
Yeah. So, so Parth, another question for you is like Salah looked the sharpest of, the forwards. He was playing with a certain. He was brilliant that day, and Firmino is looking lackluster. So, do you think that's a place where Liverpool need to address that as well as the season goes?
Well, yeah. So I think Liverpool were heavily linked with Timo Werner at the beginning of the season, and other strikers as well. I think Vinicius Junior was another one playing at Benfica. But I personally am a huge fan of Roberto Firmino. I love the way he gels up and links the whole team together. So if you are putting up a striker uh, who's going to play a number 9 role like Timo Werner does, you'd probably need a very strong attacking midfielder. And I'm happy to say that now Alcantara could fill up that gap.
Thiago.
Yeah, we'll come to
So,
that
but
as well. Yeah.
true. But again, I think I'm very happy with Roberto Firmino. He doesn't get the numbers always. Goals plus assist is somewhere he's lacking. But overall, I think he links the team pretty well.
Yeah. No, I agree with that, but I think sooner rather than later, he needs to start contributing with goals as well, because there is going to come a time because when Thiago comes in. So that's just my thought. So um, yeah, coming to the game now. So Dikshit, who do you think is sort of going to be the player from Liverpool who Chelsea need to worry about the most? And do you think Klopp is going to sort of do something special or different tactically?
I don't think Klopp will change much because Liverpool have their certain style of play. And as we saw against Leeds, Leeds were the ultimate pressing machine, pressing a team like Liverpool who have mastery in pressing the opponents. It was a game of two sharp swords, but Liverpool didn't leave their style until the very last minute. As a result, they got a penalty and won the match. Coming out with 3 points shows what Liverpool really are. And I don't think they'll do anything different against Chelsea because even if we look at the past results, they have been dominating Chelsea quite a bit. You don't have to go back long. The one match after lockdown when Liverpool lifted the trophy was the match against Chelsea. Very thrilling match. I think it is all fresh in your minds. The 5-3 end-to-end goal stuff. And again, as we know, Lampard, he is no pushover. He'll play to win the game. He'll try to dominate. So again, I'm expecting an end-to-end stuff. And coming on to the real threat from the Liverpool side, I think the point you were discussing about Bobby Firmino, I don't think him having goals or assists matters much because if we remove Bobby Firmino from the Liverpool side, uh, it makes the attack toothless, because Salah and Mane are someone which thrives off Bobby Firmino providing the ball or taking the centre back out of the game or pressing in their own half helps them. So I think Bobby Firmino is the one, and every striker who lacks goal comes and scores against Chelsea. I don't know what hoodoo is that, but again, last time Bobby was lacking a goal and he scored against Chelsea. So I think Bobby is going to play a big role, and the fullbacks Trent and Robertson are really good. But I think Leeds have laid down a template to show we can push up the wings further up and take them out of the game completely. Let's see what happens. But I think I am worried about Bobby and Mo Salah at the most.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Dikshit. And I also think, yeah, Salah is going to be the most dangerous player there. And so, Parth, who do you think is, going to be the couple of players from Chelsea who Liverpool really need to be worried about? And tactically, what do you think? How is Lampard going to set up? We all saw the first game against Brighton, and after that, do you think he's going to make any changes there?
Well, I think one player that could change from Chelsea's side is definitely Loftus-Cheek. I think even Barkley could start having the set of injured players that Chelsea has. I think their options are limited, but I think Barkley could start the game for Chelsea. Talking about threats, I don't think there is a particular threat per se. I've seen Werner; he's lightning fast. Havertz on the right wing doesn't look much of a threat as of now. Maybe when Ziyech and Pulisic come in, and when Chelsea plays to their full strength, maybe that could be one fearful attack. But one point that I do not agree with Dikshit is it's going to be a close affair. If we look at the last 10 games, Liverpool has won 4 of them, Chelsea has won 3, and 3 of them have been draws, and even one of the Liverpool wins have been on penalties. So it has been an on-par performance. Uh, Klopp particularly has played well against all the sides. His record has against Chelsea also has been good. But if you look at the last all the home games that Chelsea has played against Liverpool, they have been really, really successful. So they have won 14 of the last 28 games. 7 have been won by Liverpool and 7 have been draws. So statistically, Chelsea are on a good footing. But I think with the kind of injuries that Chelsea have, it could be difficult for them. I would not write them off, but it would be difficult for them to actually cause a dent to that Liverpool side.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think Liverpool right now in this moment are too good for Chelsea. Maybe later in the season, Chelsea will become stronger with everyone they have and if everyone is fit. But right now, with Werner also not up to full fitness and Pulisic also struggling to get on the pitch, I think Liverpool right now are very strong. So now,
Also, I think
yeah, go ahead.
Also, I think the new signings that have come in will require a certain amount of time. We've seen Nicolas Pepe, who's played a decent first season, has contributed 10 goals and 8 assists. So a player like Kai Havertz or Timo Werner cannot give you 30 plus goals in the first season. They will take their sweet time to settle into the Premier League. They're great players, but they will take their time.
Yeah, that's true. So now I think coming on to the most interesting topic that has, just been confirmed in the transfer market by all the journalists. So Thiago has been confirmed to move to Liverpool now. So how do you guys think that's going to, strengthen Liverpool? I think it adds completely now. It'll change the way Liverpool play completely. Now you have that strong midfielder who can, put the ball in to the forwards' feet at will. So I think it's going to completely give them a new dimension of attack. Now Trent and Robertson have less of a responsibility, to put the ball in the box. Now Thiago is going to dominate
True.
things in midfield. So Dikshit, what do you think? If Thiago would have been in this game, he's not going to be. How do you think it would have mattered?
uh, Coming on to one of our previous episodes when we had a detailed analysis about Liverpool, I mentioned that Liverpool might not finish in top 4. And don't be shocked, but I said that, and it was mostly because I thought that one injury, whether to Van Dijk or any of the fullbacks or any of the front attacking three, could dampen their charges and change the way they are playing. And they don't have a talisman in midfielder. Naby Keita is struggling to find his feet. Minamino has shown few glimpses, but not at his best. And Henderson being really good, but he doesn't offer much, going forward. And Vinaldum is good in bits and parts, so they don't have really talisman in midfield. Thiago coming in changes the whole scenario. When I said City was the title favorites,
Yeah,
with
that's
Thiago
true.
coming in, I think I am more of favored. It is more in favor of Liverpool right now to contain the title, because as you said, he's the one who can dominate the midfield and put the ball forward at his will, a deep lying playmaker, and also can push it up to number 10. Don't know if he can do that physically in Premier League, but looking at his class, I have no doubts. So if he's not, I'm very happy he's not going to feature against Chelsea. But if he was, then it was Liverpool all out. But the heart says, Chelsea can churn out this game. They can press Liverpool. I think Kovacic is returning. Thiago Silva might come in. There's a 50-50% chance for Pulisic and Werner. So let's see. I think Chelsea are no pushover. Uh, a high scoring game, 5-3-1, or a low scoring game, 1-0 win might be favoring Chelsea as of now. Let's see. But Thiago, phenomenal signing. Congratulations.
I think as soon as I saw, it all over Twitter, I think the league just got decided. Maybe at least I think Thiago is going to, maybe be that game changer that that freshness that Liverpool need after becoming champions. So, Parth, how happy are you with Thiago, and what do you think he's going to bring to this Liverpool side that is already so strong? They've won the Champions League, Premier League, almost won the Champions League and the Premier League twice. So that's how strong they are. So, what do you think he's going to bring?
No, absolutely, no doubt about the quality of the player, and you can see the leap from Dixit predicting Liverpool to be out of top 4 to be a title
No, I
contender
think
again.
that out of top 4 thing was completely baffling for me. I don't agree with that. So, but yeah, Dixit had his say on that. So yeah.
But it is interesting to see now, how Liverpool changes its formation, who doesn't fit into the midfield three. I mean, the existing players that we have are exceptionally well. I wouldn't take Henderson out of the mix because he's the captain, fantastic. I wouldn't take Wijnaldum out of the mix, and I wouldn't take Fabinho out of the mix. But that said, yes, Thiago brings a lot of different qualities to Liverpool that we were lacking. I've heard and I've read reports whereby, they say that Thiago will play number 10 and maybe we'll have two number 6s in form of Fabinho and Henderson, or Wijnaldum and Fabinho. So that remains to be seen. But yeah, as of now, very excited to see Thiago. And also there has been a lot of talk around Liverpool not signing enough players. Well, I think, Klopp has been, and I think on the previous call also somebody mentioned that you take one player out of the squad and then bring another superstar in. That makes a lot of sense. Because what happens is if you look at Klopp, he doesn't change the starting lineup much. Even after Liverpool lifted the cup, he played the same starting lineup game in, game out. So
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to have a team of 20 stars when actually 9 of them are not going to start the game, especially with such a physically fit side.
Yeah, that's true. Liverpool is a super fit side. I
No,
totally
I am always surprised why the law of averages is not working for Liverpool. We have seen stars struggling to get fit, and Liverpool has no injury.
No, I
No
think
injury.
Liverpool have a super fit team. I think all the players on a team level, but even on an individual level, they are really. All of them are nice. You can see that on the pitch, the way they cover ground and everything. So there's no other player who is playing in a half-hearted, sort of way. So that's an
True.
attribute to Klopp and his staff, maybe. Yeah. So I think we've so moving on from Thiago now, because as a United fan I don't want to discuss him anymore. So I think coming to the favorite part. So Parth, what do you think? What are your predictions for the game?
I think Liverpool will see this one out. I think it'll be 2-0 for Liverpool.
Okay. And Dikshit, what do you think?
I think Chelsea winning 1-0 or high scoring game 5-3 going up on the momentum. I'm not writing off Liverpool, but Chelsea are no pushover, with Lampard going on to win, playing to win. I think Liverpool can take advantage of that, but Chelsea playing to full potential are definitely, contenders to win.
Yeah, I think Liverpool at the moment are just too strong for Chelsea, but Chelsea is a big game team as well, and with Lampard as manager, they will fight it out. But I think 2-0 or 2-1 to Liverpool, maybe with all the injuries and the new signings coming into Chelsea. So I think Liverpool sort
Let's
of
see.
edge
Next
this out.
episode, I'm getting revenge on both of you.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I hope it's a good game. I don't care that much about the result,
Hopefully not.
but yeah, I think as a neutral, I hope
Rohit, I
it's a good
wanted
game.
your view. Yeah, from a neutral point of view, what are your hopes from this game? Yeah, very important.
I think it's a fantastic game. I think Lampard, for the first time since he has become manager of Chelsea, if Pulisic and Werner are deemed fit for this game, for the first time, I think he has the opportunity to attack, a big team at will.
Legit,
He's already been doing that, but with youngsters and under no pressure. But now they're under pressure. So I think this is the first time Lampard actually has the opportunity. But it all depends on the fitness. But I still think it's going to be a great game because there is now that uncertainty with Liverpool's defense and confidence in these big games. Confidence can play a big factor. So Van Dijk is Van Dijk. He's won all those titles, but sometimes it's just that one moment. So. But yeah, I still think Liverpool are going to edge this out, but I think it's going to be a great game. It's going to be end to end at times, I feel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys, again for joining us, and hope you guys all like this video. So thanks again for joining us. Wait for our next episode. Till then, bye.